music player in my chest. It's powering up my new robot arm. Whoa. It's making everything sync up with the beat. Let's rock. This is awesome!
Hi-Fi Rush is an amazing hack-and-slash action 3D platformer sporting a comic book-esque art style that makes it look flashy and charmingly unique. It's currently out now for Game Pass on Xbox as well as on PC via Game Pass and Steam. For those who don't know so far, the game is similar to Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, with a mixture of an art style that sportsingly looks like Jet Set Radio and Sunset Overdrive, but with the unique approach of being a hack and slash game that also doubles up as a rhythm game. In Hi-Fi Rush you play as Chai, who is a wannabe rock star who takes part in an experimental program and gets a robotic arm, and also accidentally gets a music player surgically attached within his heart or his chest more likely. This causes everything around him to get caught up in the beat and vibrate. This means that, in combat, Chai has to time his attacks to the rhythm of the beat to deal more damage and to get more score. And the story focuses on Chai, his newly found ally Peppermint, and her robotic cat 808, in bringing down a sinister plot from Validate Industries who want to mind control the entire world. The story is extremely well written with loads of one-liners that actually made me laugh and giggle, which I find extremely difficult to do as I grow in age. Chai is this sort of cringy wannabe rock star whose stupidity helps him out in some cases. He's expertly paired with Peppermint, who acts as his guide and ally, and she's feisty, hot-headed and hates Chai's recklessness, so she's a good pair really. Also, the supporting cast in general is really charming and well written, with a focus being on Validate bosses who have unique personalities and traits who you have to take down one by one as you progress in the story, and again these characters just really well designed in terms aesthetically and character design, as well as really well written. The gameplay is very much like Devil May Cry, as you'll be hacking and slashing at enemies to build up a score grading meter in the top right. However, the twist that sets Hi-Fi Rush apart from other games is a focus on being a rhythm game. To parry, dodge, attack, grapple and even pull off finishes, you'll need to time everything in sync with the beat of the music. And you even have a tracker that can display at the bottom of the screen, essentially 808 provides for you. And this is really good in sort of timing your attacks to make them good or maybe perfect. As I said earlier, to build up more attack, to deal more damage and to gain more score. This is also helped by everything including background objects, walls, platforms and more, also moving in time with the beat of the current soundtrack. This game also acts as a 3D platformer however, with abilities such as jumping in time with the beat, music themed platforms and even a grappling hook, as well as some difficult platforming sections which actually took me by surprise. One bit I really loved is where you have to grapple on a zipline and dodge incoming obstacles in time with the music, and also there's this really well crafted transition from 3D gameplay to 2D animation, as this game sort of sports both. Combat also has been well crafted with light attacks, heavy attacks, cool finishes and even the ability to grapple hook onto enemies, similar to Nero's robotic arm in Devil May Cry 5. You can also buy more attacks, combos, upgrades and skills via the character shop in the main hub, which also sports a small level of customization and collectibles to display throughout. Just like in games of old, collectibles are scattered everywhere in terms of pickups, with health upgrades, special meter upgrades, graffiti to put out in the hideout and much more. The soundtrack is also really catchy and helps with combat and platforming, as you'll need to get into the rhythm of the beat whilst playing at all times. The soundtrack even features music from real life bands such as Nine Inch Nails. As well as a rock and roll original soundtrack, the art style is also so unique with a pop filter comic book aesthetic that looks like a mixture of Jet Set Radio and Sunset Overdrive, whilst also being unique to itself. So overall, I'd like to give Hi-Fi Rush a 5 out of 5 perfect rating, as I really love this game. It's so good. I'd like to give it this rating for its originality, creative world, characters and sheer fun factor. I do believe this is a serious Game of the Year contender, and it's only January, which is mad, as the most baffling thing about this game is that this was a shadow drop by Xbox and Bethesda during their recent developer showcase, meaning that this game had no marketing build-up. Also, this game was developed by Bethesda Tango Gameworks, who are best known for their work with the Evil Within series and the most recent Ghostwire Tokyo. So it's a bit of a departure for them because they usually work on horror games, and this game is essentially the polar opposite to what they usually work on. But seriously, if you either have a PC or Xbox or Game Pass, you need to play Hi-Fi Rush, as it's just simply put amazing, and comes as a great 3D hack and slash game, 3D platformer and rhythm game with memorable characters and a rock and roll soundtrack. Anyway guys, that's been my review for Hi-Fi Rush. Have you already played it? Are you enjoying it? And if you haven't, has this review sort of persuaded you to get the game? And for more reviews and games and news and reviews, stay focused on the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.